again. I'm Peter Blackwood. Welcome back to Icon Diary. I'm painting an icon of St Alessia LeClerc. Alessia LeClerc was born the 2nd of February 1576 and she died on the 9th of January 1622. She was the founder of the canonesses of St Augustine of the Congregation of Our Lady, or Notre Dame, a religious order founded to provide education for young girls, especially those living in poverty. The order opened schools throughout Europe. Offshoots of this order brought its mission and spirit all around the globe. Alessia was beatified by the Catholic Church in 1947. She was born into a wealthy family. She was a beautiful girl who loved music and dancing. But in her early 20s she suffered a sudden illness that confined her to bed. And while there, her only reading material was a devotional book. From the reading and reflection she was able to do while recuperating from her illness, she began to feel the need for a change in her life. She approached the priest of the town, Dom Peter Fourier, with whom she shared this growing conviction about the need for a new direction in life. In a vision of Mary, the mother of Jesus, she felt called to care for the daughters of the poor of the region who had little or no access to education. Supported in this by Father Fourier, who himself had seen the desperate need for this among the rural population of his parish, Alessia resolved to commit her life to this goal. I am writing this icon of a woman who gave her life to the care and the education of young women, writing at a time when girls and women in Afghanistan are in fear of losing their rights to education and to work and many things besides. As I write this icon, I pray St Alessia LeClerc looks in love upon all those frightened women. There are a few things that I've learned while painting this small icon. In terms of videoing, I can show you some things that is more difficult to show when I'm painting on an easel. One is that you will notice that I load the brush each time in a certain way, that I stir the little mixture of paint with the brush and then I wipe it off. Because of the speed at which this is running, you can't really tell how many times I'm wiping the brush, but it's 15 to 20 times, and sometimes even then it's not enough and I have to wipe off some more on the paper toweling. But I mix the paint each time because the paint is a mixture, not a compound. It starts to sink to the bottom, and particularly where in this case there's yellow and Mars black, they don't they mix, but they don't become one with the emulsion, with the egg. They sink to the bottom, and they sink at a different rate. So if I don't stir, each time I load the brush, the paint will be a different colour. That's why I stir. The thing that becomes clear in painting this very small icon is that it needs to be really accurate. Any slight blemish shows up as a big blemish on a small icon. So keeping a steady hand is really important. And so working on the bench like this, I can get closer to it, and also my hand is held steady on the bench. You'll notice a few times I use a bridge to steady my hand. At one point, particularly in painting the name of the saint, the inscription, this requires a really small brush, and I just happen to have a brush that I bought many years ago and I've never used. I've never needed to use something so small. It's a 10-0 sable brush. It has about, maybe 6-10 fine sable hairs in it, but it was just right for painting the name of the saint.